Hi everyone, Engineer Pat 5290. Haven't seen you guys up for a little bit. First time I've shown my face in quite some time. I actually do have an unboxing video and what could be inside the mystery box. Let's find out. Let's see. See if we can get this thing open. It's packed really well too. Just wonder what it is if I can get something to open it with. Here we go. It is a brand new Canadian National ES44AC by good old Kato. Let's go ahead and take it out of the box. If I can get it out. It's on there pretty good. There we go. Now we got it. Sometimes these boxes are hard to open. A piece of bubble wrap off. Being really careful not to let this thing drop, which I'll look at in a second. And here it is, right here, number 2899. And this is the Kato right here. Look at that detail in there too. And I've always liked Kato for several reasons, and one of them is their details. The back is just pretty. It's just nicely done on this engine. I have a Tier 4 that is a scale trains, but this is the first GE on a Kato end I've purchased in a while that's of an ES class. I have a Kato-9 and some other Katos as well, but my first Canadian locomotive. And I really, really like this. And look at the top. Look at the top. And I'm going to point out some stuff here. You like the air conditioning unit, the PTC antennas, I think is where all those go. But look at all the tops. The top looks really, really nicely done. The K5HL horn on the top. And even the radiator fans, like where the radiators are, the grill is just nicely done. And this is really good craftsmanship by Kato. The trucks, nicely done. The plow, nicely done. Even the windshield wipers molded into the windshield, very nicely done. And we turn on the engineer side, you can see there are two air tanks. You see this on all GEs because there are two air tanks, one for the train's brakes and the other is for the horn specifically. Whereas at EMD, it has one air tank to supply to the train's brakes and also the horn. It's pretty cool. Lots of placards all over the locomotive. And the fuel tank, nicely done. I just took that little piece of plastic off. And the good thing about it, it's pretty. The paint is beautiful. I've always liked Canadian National. And somebody has asked me before, why do you like CN so much? Well, CN to me, I love their paint scheme, but they preserve their history. Like Grand Trunk Western, Wisconsin Central, Illinois Central, let me think, Bestburn Lake Erie, DMIR, etc. They have true heritage units on their railroad, which I've always liked that about Canadian National, because I'm a fan of Wisconsin Central and Illinois Central, and another railroad that I really like over there is Grand Trunk Western, and I've always liked the GTW paint. I've also liked the Bestburn Lake Erie. Bestburn Lake Erie, to me, is definitely underappreciated, but the CN paint scheme really hasn't changed that much over the last 40 years. The only it used to have was just the red nose and the black car body. Now you've got the stripe on the side, and you still have the black, but they've incorporated more red and there's more white. And also in the 80s, they had the zebra stripes. And of course, they had the noodle scheme, which is sort of what this is. They've continued to have that for years, and I've always liked CN because of the scheme. And the CN scheme looks good on most EMDs. Like the SD70i, SD75i, which are now the SD70 and 75 ACCs. And you also have the C6Ms that they're doing, they're rebuilding their Dash 9s, etc. But that scheme looks good on just about any EMD. But they select and choose which engines they want to keep in the predecessor scheme, especially the EJ&E or the Elite, the I think it's the Elite, Juliet, and Eastern. I believe it was the EJ&E, or known as the J Railroad, and there are some J locomotives out there. So I do have a couple of CN cars, but I can't wait to put this thing to the test. So I will be doing an inspection on this, and you'll be seeing this baby in action. And to my knowledge, and from experience, Kato locomotives never disappoint. So Kato is one of my favorite brands. Scale Trains is right behind it, and same with Atlas. But Kato's, nothing beats a Kato. So I hope all of you enjoyed watching this video, and you will see this baby in action soon. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you down the main.